This is everything I meal prepped this week as a second-year med student. Of course, I had to make my perfected recipe of the copycat Starbucks egg bites. In case you haven't seen the recipe yet, I diced up 1 bell pepper, a big handful of spinach, and then I put 6 eggs and 1 cup of cottage cheese in the food processor. While those bake, I go ahead and cut up my fruit of choice for the week. This week I'm doing pineapple and strawberries. I've found that when I pre-cut my fruit for the week, it makes me so much more likely to grab that as a snack versus something else. My second meal I made was Mediterranean bowls. I made some turmeric rice in my rice cooker, and while that was cooking, I made my turkey meatball mixture. I browned the meatballs before putting them in the oven because I really think this helps them retain moisture throughout the week. No one wants to eat food that doesn't taste good reheated for the next 4 days. I cut up some zucchini and bell pepper and threw those in the oven to roast with the meatballs. The key to meal prepping is to be efficient with your time, so while things are in the oven, I always am doing something on the side that doesn't require cooking. Today that was making tzatziki sauce. This all ended up taking me about 2 hours.
Here's my go-to high-protein meal prep that's made in one pan, is super simple and packed with flavor. I start off by chopping up about half of an onion and cooking that in a pan with some olive oil. While that's cooking down, I cut up a bunch of chicken sausages and season them well. I add in a big scoop of garlic, and then I add in the chicken sausage, and I cook that for about 8 minutes. The star of the show is this orzo from Banza. Banza is made from chickpeas, so it's naturally high in protein and fiber. I brown that for about a minute and then add in my liquids, let that simmer, and once it's almost done, I add in some spinach and some Parmesan. Each serving of this comes to about 40 grams of protein because Banza has 50% more protein than traditional wheat pasta. Then I just portion this out and it reheats so well during the week.
On my 100-pound weight loss, I was meal prepping on a budget, so let's meal prep this 5-day meal prep for $26. Put that pizza down. It's 2026 and we're locking in. A 5-pound bag of russet potatoes, $3.24. We're gonna start by peeling our potatoes. We're then gonna cube up our potatoes. And yes, you can have potatoes on a deficit. They're actually not that high in calories. We're gonna season it with a ton of seasonings, a tiny bit of black pepper, and we're gonna give it a good little mix. We're then gonna bake this at 425 for 35 minutes. 2 pounds of lean ground beef, $14.94. We're gonna add the meat to a hot skillet. Taco seasoning, 47 cents. We're gonna mix in our taco seasoning and we're gonna fully cook this. Tomatoes, 82 cents. 1 white onion, 78 cents. Cilantro, 178. Limes, 50 cents. To make our pico de gallo, we're gonna combine diced tomato, onion, cilantro, salt, garlic powder, and lime juice. Light sour cream, $1.88. A can of Chipotle, $1.63. And we're gonna make our sauce by combining sour cream and Chipotle sauce. Divide into your meal prep containers and you've just set yourself up for success.
If you're brand new to meal prepping and have no idea where to start, make these easy burrito bowls. You won't have to spend hours in the kitchen to make them, and you'll have a healthy meal ready to go for the next few days. These are also very cost effective, and you probably have a lot of the ingredients already. Very first thing you want to do is get your rice cooking, since that's going to take the longest. I just use my handy dandy rice cooker for this. This thing is amazing. I use it all the time. While the rice is cooking, you can prep everything else. The only thing you need to cook up is some ground beef. Transform it into some delicious taco meat by adding a little tomato paste, a little taco seasoning, and a splash of water. Then I just prep any veggies that I want to put on our bowls. Today I've got some lettuce and I have some extra cherry tomatoes. This obviously is going to add some extra nutrients, but it's also going to add a lot of volume, which I love. For the sauce, it's just plain Greek yogurt, salsa, and taco seasoning. And to keep it super easy, I'm using canned black beans and canned corn. Everything that I'm going to be reheating, I include in the containers, and then I just add all of the fresh toppings later. Each of these bowls has 35 grams of protein without any sauce, which is just going to add more. I forgot I also had some pickled onions and avocado that I added to my bowl too. I'll leave the recipe down below and let me know if you guys try them.
Brace yourself, because this might be a little uncomfy to hear, but you're not too busy to eat healthy. You're just not making it a priority yet. And I say that with love, because that was me too. And if I'm so real with you, I don't meal prep like this every week, but I did have a little extra time on my hands, so I got a little creative with it. For breakfast, we've got oats. Lunch is a buffalo chicken mix, a flavorful beef mince for dinner that you can throw on rice, veg, or practically anything. And of course, we can't forget the cheeky little sweet treat that is still high in protein. And I'm not saying you need a meal prep like this every single week, because I definitely don't. But a few staple meals on hand makes such a difference. And yes, all the recipes from this week are in the caption. Plus, there's more on my profile, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm trying to lose 20 pounds by summer. This is everything I meal prep for a busy week so that I have no excuses. I'm not gonna lie, meal prepping does take some time, but it's the #1 thing that keeps me on track and feeling my best. This week I made a batch of ginger shots. These are my favorite thing for glowing skin. For one of my breakfasts, I prepped overnight oats. Some people don't like to use protein powder. I'm not some people. I love protein powder, so I put that shit in here and it's it's good. One negative thing about meal prep is that you always get bored of the food you eat, so you know I made options. I am thoroughly obsessed with these egg muffins I made. I will share the recipe because they are the quickest, easiest, most delicious hack for high protein breakfast in the morning. I work in an office, so I prepped this high protein buffalo chicken dip to bring to work with me for lunch. Can't take credit for the recipe, but I will share it because it was so good. I also prepped a dense bean salad to add extra fiber and veggies to my diet. This is such a fun, delicious way to make sure you're getting in those extra nutrients. I made a big batch of chicken breast seasoned with taco seasoning so that I could have chicken tacos for dinner. Of course, you know your girl is not sleeping on a sweet treat. I made these really simple blueberry clusters with blueberries, coconut oil, chocolate chips, and toasted almonds. That's everything I prepped for a healthy week. Let me know which recipes you'd like to see.
This is basically what my Friday nights have looked like for the past 5 to 6 years, and I am not complaining. I really do love grocery shopping with everything in me, but since I spend so much time cooking, I really do try to limit my time in the grocery store. This week I am back with, again, 24 meals for my husband and I for our work week. These meals came out to around $120 for the two of us. Our meals have 6 different sources of protein, as well as our sides as vegetables. Here is my husband's chia pudding, where he is adding in some chocolate chips. That is not my arm. And the best part of the night is how colorful everything looks.